Dune, directed by Denis Villeneuve and adapted from Frank Herbert's 1965 science fiction novel, is an epic film that transports the viewer to a universe in the distant future. The film revolves around the struggle for control over a rare and invaluable resource known as spice on the desert planet Arrakis. Because the spice has a critical impact on power and lifespan throughout the universe, control over this planet is highly strategic. Moreover, the spice is of great importance since it possesses mind-expanding and consciousness-enhancing properties. The film begins with the appointment of Leto Atreides, the head of the Atreides family, as the new ruler of Arrakis. The Atreides family taking over control of Arrakis after years of Harkonnen rule is part of a grand political game. The Harkonnen family had ruled the planet mercilessly, and the Atreides aimed to change that management in a fairer way. Although Leto Atreides is mindful of the planet's harsh climate and dangerous natural conditions, the true danger on Arrakis stems from the Harkonnens' secret plans and old animosities. Leto's son, Paul Atreides, emerges as the film's main character. Paul is a young man who represents the future of the Atreides family. However, his nature goes beyond that of merely a leader's son. He is a person with very special abilities, and these attributes are of great importance not only for his family but also for the future of the planet. Paul's mother, Jessica, belongs to an ancient sisterhood known as the Bene Gesserit. The Bene Gesserit is an age-old religious and political organization whose members are women endowed with exceptional mental abilities. This group secretly maneuvers to shape the evolution and politics of the human race. In defiance of the Bene Gesserit's plans, Jessica gave birth to a male child, Paul. This makes him an extremely important figure because the Bene Gesserit aim to create a leader called the Kwisatz Haderach in the future, and that person is supposed to be male. Paul begins to frequently experience visions in his dreams concerning the Freeman people on Arrakis and the planet's complex future. The Freeman are the native inhabitants of Arrakis, a people who have adapted to the desert conditions and are both powerful and mysterious. Although these dreams offer hints about his future, Paul initially does not fully understand their meaning. When the Atreides family arrives on Arrakis, they are confronted with the planet's harsh conditions. Desert winds, giant sandworms, and other natural phenomena pose constant dangers. However, the real threat on the planet comes from the betrayal of the Harkonnen and the political hostilities directed against the Atreides family. While Leto Atreides searches for allies to control Arrakis resources, the Harkonnen family is secretly preparing a plan. In the early days on Arrakis, while the Atreides family is trying to negotiate with the Freemen, the Harkonnen family sets their plans into motion to regain control of the planet. Baron Harkonnen and his nephew Rabban prepare a massive assault to trap the Atreides. The turning point of the film occurs with the bloody attack launched by the Harkonnen family on Arrakis. As the Atreides try to maintain control of the planet, the Harkonnen, having secured the Emperor's support through betrayal, put their assault plan into action. This attack on the Atreides family leads to Leto Atreides' death, the loss of control over the planet, and a dramatic change in Paul's life. Following the Harkonnen assault, Paul and his mother Jessica are forced to flee in order to survive. The entire government of the Atreides family is overthrown, and Paul embarks on a tough struggle for survival on Arrakis. As his inner world becomes increasingly complicated with visions and prophecies, he, along with his mother Jessica, makes his way toward the areas inhabited by the Freemen. While on the run, Paul begins to discover himself as a leader, yet at the same time, he bears the heavy burden of responsibility as a fleeing prince. Paul's power develops as both an internal and an external threat. The internal threat consists of the complex emotions regarding his own identity. While the spice enhances his mental abilities, the external threat comes from the Harkonnen family and their allied forces, who seek to regain control of the planet. Paul's flight also lays the groundwork for him to form bonds with the Freemen, the native people of Arrakis. The Freemen accept Paul and help guide him on the path to leadership. Paul's mother Jessica, trained according to the methods of the Bene Gesserit, plays an important role among these people. In accordance with Freeman traditions, she holds a special place for Paul. As Paul's leadership qualities develop, he is seen as a beacon of hope among the Freemen. They regard him as the leader foretold in their prophecies and give him the name Muad'Dib, His unification with the Freeman marks an important turning point in shaping both his identity and the future of the planet. At the end of the film, Paul unites with the Freeman and assumes their leadership. With his mind-expanding abilities enhanced by the spice and his belief in prophecies, Paul becomes a figure capable of changing the fate of the universe. The Freeman accept him both as a leader and as a prophetic figure. This is a major step that will shape both the future of his people and that of Arrakis. Paul's rise parallels the struggle to seize control of Arrakis. In opposition to the tyrannical rule of the Harkonnen family, the remnants of the Atreides and the Freeman unite under Paul's leadership. Paul initiates a rebellion against the Harkonnen. The film leaves the impression that Paul will be at the forefront of this uprising and will, by guiding the Freeman, bring about a great transformation. Paul's future is a critical turning point for both the Freeman and Arrakis. By establishing himself as a leader and seizing control of the most valuable resource in the universe, he takes the first step toward wielding even greater power. At the same time, Paul's inner journey continues. After all, he is not only a ruler but also a hero, a savior, and a leader. The film marks the beginning of Paul's heroic journey, suggesting that this journey is far from over. His growing power and influence over Arrakis will lead to significant changes in both the future of the universe and his own identity. This setup serves as the starting point for a broader exploration of the Dune universe and lays important groundwork for the sequel, Dune, Part 2.
This is only the beginning.
Denis Villeneuve's Dune offers a visually stunning experience while being enriched with profound philosophical and political themes. The struggle of the Atreides family over Arrakis, Paul Atreides' journey to leadership, and his relationship with the Freeman, coupled with the focus on the power and control revolving around the universe's most valuable resource, the spice, are interwoven with political intrigues, religious figures, and deep allusions to human history, all presented to the audience. Dune is not merely a science fiction film but an unforgettable experience that invites viewers to reflect on universal themes such as humanity and nature, power and prophecy.